Okay, so today marks a little different sort of beginning of a format, and so this deserves a bit of an intro. So if you're watching this on YouTube, and actually the series is done pretty well on YouTube, you can always just skip ahead. I always put like a timestamp when the gameplay actually starts in the comments, and I do that for like all my series because I tend to do sometimes very long intros, but it's because I do so many different formats and things that they sometimes deserve a bit of elaboration. I guess if I was a little bigger of a creator, then people would all be familiar, or other people would explain them for me. Oh, that's that thing where he just plays the game until he dies once and then he stops playing for 6 months or more, like a first playthrough permadeath or whatever. But today marks a departure from my playing PvZ hard mode on Friday. I'm still going to continue doing it, but I'll move it to like a Thursday slot. So what happened is yesterday is my Arc series, first playthrough permadeath, where I had the 12 lives, and I said if I died on the second life out of 12, like one per each spawn zone, so it's still a first playthrough permadeath, but I get 12 chances. But I said if I died the second time, which I did yesterday, sadly, then I'm going to stop doing that series. And so, oh yeah, I was saying, why is this series popular on YouTube? It's probably because either not a lot of people do it, or again, the fan base is just very passionate, even if they are a bit small, understandably, given the nature of the game. And this series has gone on way longer than, as I always say, like I thought it would. You bring hell with you? I don't know what that means exactly, but what I'm saying is that, what do you call it? Yeah, it could just be not a lot of people doing content with it, or so yeah, yesterday I failed my Arc challenge, so then I died, and so now that's going to actually, that series is over. So in that slot, I'm going to do, at least temporarily, it means the same thing that we've always seen a million times before. Here we go, dude. My chat always bugs out. I can never get it, like it auto rotates my shit when I'm looking on my phone. I see myself continuing my career playing in tournaments when I... Yeah, I'm not talking about this game, because this game doesn't have any tournaments, or either, whatever. The point that I was making is, okay, I failed Arc, so for temporarily, I'm going to make that a sort of throwback slot. And so speaking of Nightmare, he's going to troll me with all these polls. I have 2 new polls for the Thursday slot. So we can either be a throwback thing, which is actually what I'm calling it, where I go back and try to finish one of the hard mode series that I had done in the past, like that I left hanging. So one of those could be PvZ hard mode, and I'll make a point to try to do that anyway, whether people vote for it or not. So it could be PvZ hard mode, it could be Dark Souls, it could be Grounded Permadeath, Last of Us, any of those I have a chance to do. And if not that, then it could just be a random game category like Among Us or Town of Salem or whatever, just some sort of multiplayer game or throwaway type of thing. It was almost like what my Wednesday format was, but with an emphasis on doing those sort of hard modes that I never finished, like Paper Mario Pro mode. It's not even that I struggled or didn't finish it, it's that I just did like the first boss and then I got bored of it, so I did, I was just doing it to try it. Or what's another one, like Doom Nightmare mode level 3. So the idea would be I could just give like one attempt or a little session of doing a few attempts at a boss that I didn't beat, like Ava in Dark Souls 2 or something like that. So that'd be like a bonus, just sort of trying to clean up and finish certain series. And then the other one that I want to introduce later on, that I actually made a poll for but I didn't activate it, is the fact of where I'm doing a second chance at a first playthrough permadeath run. So that could be like The Witcher or Danganronpa or LA Noire, where I did a first playthrough permadeath attempt but I died and failed, and so then I never came back to them since then. A lot of those were in like 2022. So because I don't have time to really do proper full runs like that anymore, or like, at least not right now, I can't really do that. But that is a format I wanted to do, so like people could vote or decide like which one do I get a second chance at a first playthrough of, where, again, I'll go through The Witcher again. I'm trying to think of some notable ones. Witcher, Danganronpa, LA Noire, Alice Madness Returns, like there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, then, and people were saying at some point, oh, maybe Bad Moon Rising comes out around 4th of July, but I don't know exactly what that would have to do with it. But yeah, so Nightmare can go ahead and troll me right now, probably. I'm surprised he didn't already do it. He can choose what I'll play on this upcoming Thursday, or anybody can choose. And so that'll be, again, it's one of 2 different things, which is either, again, a throwback to some hard mode that I never finished, such as Doom Nightmare, such as, Grounded Permadeath, such as... But the difference, I guess, between those 2 is that the finish of first playthrough permadeath is that these aren't first playthroughs, right? For the Thursday one, it's going to be something that I've either beaten, so I'm just doing a hard mode of it, or it's something that is a hard mode, not a permadeath run like Dark Souls 2, or it is something that is like it could be a permadeath run, but again, it's a game I've already beaten, like grounded permadeath. I've beaten The Last of Us, I just haven't done that particular version of it. Guess my weight by my description. Mexican, 6 foot, white skin, 19-year-old, short hair. Can run 10 miles. Probably 180. I don't know. This is very specific. What was I saying though? Like, yeah, that would be the main difference. Just you'd be in a position where you can finish a hard mode that you've already started, but not do a first playthrough permadeath, even though it's technically not still a first playthrough. Alright, so let's see what the event card is actually going to be for this time. And we get to try... Okay, it's not going to be Bad Moon Rising this time. Maybe it'll be next time. Corn Dog. Amphibious Hunt. Not really a big fan of it. There's no reason why I would spend 500 on that, even though I sometimes am a bit of a clown with that. People were saying at the beginning, to do the 10-pack bonus thing, like... as if I'd have the patience to do that, or as if I should even try to do that. Like, you're really going to go for that long without getting any new cards? Like, that would be so boring, too, in itself. We haven't gotten anything really new recently, and I've been sort of overusing Captain Combustible, but I like it at the beginning, too. Not only because he's our newest one, but... yeah, look at... no, it's got to be on the thing, but I did put Among Us and stuff on there. There's, like, 2 new polls, if you see them there. It'll say like Throwback Thursday, so you can choose between one of them, or you can do both of them, but then I can't. Oh shit, look at this, we're already win trading. The one of them is meant to be just like a random category, just some sort of unusual thing that I wouldn't normally do, and then one of them is meant to be something that I didn't finish, like a hard mode, which I might try to fit those in there anyway. Like again, the PvZ hard mode I want to still do. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, or we don't have a 2. And that also allows me to do some of my other formats, like a writing stream or anything like that. I kind of wanted to do another one with my Kindle Scribe, but I don't really want to use my webcam all the time. It's kind of hard to... whatever, it's a little bit awkward and inconvenient. I wish there was some way to stream it like easier, just directly from the screen itself. Like, how hard of a feature would that be? But that thing can barely fucking run anything. Like some Windows 98 level software shit. As if you couldn't just do that on a phone too, like just write with your touch screen. Why is it that much better? And why did I spend like $300 on it at whatever point that I did? So here you mostly want to avoid trying to even trade in. Like, you don't even worry about it. Snake in the grass is fine with me. More like EA, am I right? As a company, which always has such good IP, but they always kind of ruin it or milk it or whatever. Ignorant Zombie costs 2 or less, so it's not too big of a deal. But no, the hypothetical ending, quote-unquote, of this series could be like, okay, let's say I do get Bad Moon Rising for whatever reason. Then I would try to do like 1 month, not the immediate month after that per se, but I would try to do something where I basically get to... start of turn, but it's not going to survive till the start of the turn. That's what I don't like. Why don't we just do this and then just kill this here? But no, it could be I do that and then I try to get to rank 50 at some point. But even doing that would be hard to do because of how little I play it. Like, I'd have to play like every day, or I would have to like remove my condition that if I lose a game I can't play as that hero anymore for like the rest of the week or the rest of the session, which is what I'm obviously doing currently. Sometimes I do like almost too many formats together. Yeah, even if I do Among Us or something off the back of that, I would still have some sort of condition with it, like, you know, it's still like a permadeath thing built in. You know, this is still a favorable trade. I don't know, the snake in the grass seemed okay, but... Neutron Imp. When environment is played, this does a bonus attack. That's like a very specific effect. Like, how many times are you really going to do that? Or you're punishing your opponent, I guess, if they do it too. I'm probably going to lose this because we're just losing on the board in a very conspicuous way. And it's kind of weird because I thought that... I don't know, like at least they should be a little bit lower given this, but I just couldn't deal with this guy at all. We'll get the block meter and we might be able to deal with that as a result, but what I can't do is I can't actually... I don't know. You can trade into this and you can try to block for one of these, but this dude's still going to trigger your block meter here. This one just didn't go at a very good pace here. Yeah, maybe that's just me sort of craving that. I don't really like doing the two categories here together though, even though it's kind of short with the PvZ hard mode, so I'm more so just trying to move it than I am anything else. Right, but... And it's just a sheer coincidence that we happen to do PvZ hard mode and this at the same time, because that was already my hard mode, and this was not a series that was meant to go on necessarily for this long. But, you know, it was just incidentally a card game after Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know what else to play. And I had like Duelist 2 maybe on my mind. But that could be the next one. Yeah, that was just incidental, but I don't like this double category thing. And so it should be that every day is only a single category now, but then again, also, we get to... that maybe wasn't even the best spot to do it, but all your cards do double damage. And these guys are like the Whirlindas from fucking Binary Stars. This game is gonna offend transgender people. But no, it's like... Yeah, that's sort of incidental, so we could still fit in the PvZ hard mode session there, and then what else do we have? We have the simple fact we're going to get the Yeti zombie coming up soon at some point here too, once I get 1750 gems or whatever. Once I get the Badman Rising, that could be the next thing I get. Yeah, I'm always impressed at the queue times regardless of anything else. Like, this game is apparently more popular than Hearthstone and Magic combined, even though obviously it's not, so I don't really get it. The 2 rank 30s in a row, which shows you how meaningless the ranks really are. It's like, oh, I'm hard stuck at rank 17, haha, but I'm losing to an average of a rank 30, so it's not really, you know, what does it matter what rank I am if my opponents are that much higher, like double, right? It's just totally bullshit. But no, it's almost like just because I was craving almost the whatever Wednesday thing, I was enjoying that, just being able to do whatever I want whenever I want, but that probably isn't worth it, but I'll just do it anyway. Or it especially wasn't worth it because of that. I just completely did the wrong thing. But no, the point is that... What else? Yeah, Friday will be cleared up. Let me try to think. Every day should just be a single category then. Sometimes Monday I might do Magic Arena and then Magic Online as well. But that's just like some specific... you know, unlock condition if I win a certain... Oh, shit, I could have done that too. And there's no reason not to. But... yeah, Monday's just Magic, Tuesday's Chess, Wednesday's Smite, Thursday could be the multi-category with whatever weird stuff I'm doing. Friday is this then, only, and then Saturday is like a... you know, some game I've never played before, which I haven't even been staying true to that because I've been doing so much chess, but whatever, that's always the intent behind it. And then we get to, it's actually kind of a tough one to decide. Like, you obviously want to move it there or there, but it will kill the flag guy, but I guess the flag guy's already served his purpose. And then Sunday's obviously Hearthstone. Yeah, so Thursday could be either or maybe even both, where... again, throwback where I try to finish some hard mode, even if it's just a few attempts or even just one attempt, maybe at several. I guess if I was really ambitious, I could do them all together. I could do one attempt at each, one attempt at Ava, one attempt at fucking PvZ hard mode levels, one attempt at something else like that. Okay, this would be kind of worth it, I guess. But then I can't do anything else for the rest of the turn, so that's kind of annoying. This is the hunt one that we just saw. Did he really waste 500 gems, or he probably just farms out the tickets and does it that way, like most normal players of this game? Okay, so this thing is what? It gets +5/+5 frenzy. It's okay, but it's kind of a little expensive for that. I mean, I guess we could just do that. I didn't really have to, but getting pretty low, and my health is actually perfectly fine. I feel like I don't see this guy actually a ton. +2/+2 in frenzy, or just +2 in frenzy. The correct way to say it, I guess, would be +0/+2, just to make it clear which one, like, you're really talking about. We should just do that and just go for the lethal, but then again, I forgot about the hunt. Not really a very exciting card. Oh shit, that would actually kill it in a very strategic way. Well, it would have killed it anyway because of the trade, but... Or it should still heal me, but I guess it has to do damage to actually effectively lifesteal. Oh shit, I was getting all cocky too, but now I'm gonna actually lose? This stupid ass thing is ruining me, the splash damage. Oh, here we go. Now we get the meme lord at the perfect time too. He's got all the things that we've seen as event cards. That's even one that I wasted. Now this would be... That would still be enough, right? Because you would just kill it and then kill him. This is maybe what I'm underestimating the value of it could be as a finisher play, but it's very kind of sketchy to use it like that. I don't know. It's kind of one of those that feeds into removal a bit, where you're kind of rewarding them for... You're overcommitting, so it makes it very easy for them to use a hard removal on it. I kind of want to look at that myself. Like, what did I put as my... I wonder if I can do that on my own account. Let me look here. Hang on. If I was to try to do something here... What is it? I don't even know how you navigate some of this stuff. I never really used... I just kind of go on, I just stream, and that's it. I don't know how a lot of the things on Twitch work. Like, what I wanted to do was actually raid people. Especially in a category like this, that would be fun, because you get to... Yeah, like, I don't even see the option. Maybe because it's me who I'm logged in as, or... I don't even get to see my own fucking poll. I apparently have like one of my own emotes, but I don't know how to actually use it. Or like, I don't know how it actually came about, or what it really has to do with me. +1 when another berry does damage. When played, conjure a berry. I don't think that's really worth using anything on. I see the cheers. I honestly don't know. Maybe it doesn't let you do... You know, here you are kind of meant to trade it out still, though. Kind of a clunky interface. I don't get it. Yeah, this category is always dead anyway, so I wouldn't have anybody to raid, but sometimes there's somebody with as few viewers as me, or actually the last number of times I've done it, I haven't seen anybody actually in the category at all. But yeah, this is the one game that almost validates... Oh, look at this, dude. Rank 37. I didn't even see that. Validates the casual way that I'm playing stuff at a, you know, low, small amount of time, and the ability to basically, you know, only do it once a week and stuff like that. I genuinely don't know. How the fuck do you see this? I'll try to just look through it just so I can even see what I wrote out for my categories. I just kind of did it too. Or one of them I did like the other day, and then this one I did here just to destroy one of their nuts or berries, which should be, you know, exactly this, which In some cases, that could be really good if it's a higher cost one. I don't know what some of the high cost berries, nuts, or whatever are. Or, I mean, the nuts are obviously pretty clear. Like with walnut, there are some pretty good ones. Like that 4-7 one that uses its health as attack or whatever it is. Or like it's not a 4-7, it's like a 0-4. We're playing with 4 or less. I don't even really have to do that. And even that wasn't necessary. In fact, I would have rather done it on that chick. Eliza Thornberry looking card. That was sort of an unusual way to win the last game when it was like, this one I'm not even like a huge fan of, but you can always just, you know, double frenzy the shit out of there, I guess, but then that'll kill me, so there's no reason to really do that. Zombie can't be heard this turn, conjure a history card. Okay, fine, I'll just do that. I'd love to see like some hardcore player play this game or see what the reaction to it is. Some hardcore card gamer. Oh wait, that's me. I just have to watch my own stream then. But no, I mean in some other context, like let's see Kaiba fucking play this game or somebody instead of Kaiba Jr. over here. We're playing with 4 or less. I don't really need to be doing this, but I guess just because they're wasting so much time by going around and around with this shit, I don't mind. Like you're always gonna try to save it for something better, but it's not really going to work. Like they're not really even, they might not even have anything better, so I don't want to let myself get too low. So obviously with this deck, I'm gonna play a bit more defensively. Zombie Evolution, destroy a plant. Let's actually save that and just go for the buff then. I can do it on this one, or we'll see what they actually summon. There's no way that somebody like this, who's rank 37, could possibly be a bot, but maybe they actually aren't. They do it there, but they don't actually play it there. So what is their point in doing this? Or, you know, we could just do it to the flag guy yet again, just because the effect isn't even going to matter now, because we don't have anything big that we're gonna, or we don't have enough things to play that the effect is really gonna come into play. Yeah, what kind of a nonsensical play was that you would do 2 here, but then you don't actually do anything with it? Destroy a plant. Keep that one kind of clear. Put this here, I guess. You have a pretty formidable board. I always find the way this guy looks kind of amusing. Gourmet History Zombie. Some of the subtitles of these guys are so absurd, combining 2 very unusual keywords together that make it seem so oddly specific. So this one, we can get rid of the 4 attack one, sure. Doesn't really seem like the best idea, but okay, -1, not really gonna save you too much. Even if you summon something there, we got the frenzy, so it's all good. Pretty formidable board, I don't mind it. I mean, for rank 37, they're not really doing anything too crazy. I was almost waiting for something, but I just don't see what it is. Right, like what's their ace play that's really gonna win them the game? This is really what Solar Flare has made such a big fuss about. Like, everybody always said, oh, we love Solar Flare, we love Solar Flare. It's some kind of meta nonsense. That's not going to save you either, because that was still a pretty good play, but that's not going to save you because we still get the frenzy, and we'll get to kill that one there. Their hand's completely empty. Like, is this really a rank 37 caliber deck? Like, I just have to wonder. I won't use that, but it almost feels like, you know, what am I really saving it for? You get the frenzy off again. I love that the flag guy lasted this long in the game. That's always a death sentence for you, but it gets to the point where I burn out before I even get to use it, because, you know, it doesn't matter that I have him, because I'm gonna be top decking 1 card at a time. So, oh shit, didn't I get that from like a pack event? I feel like I did, but I don't think I've gotten the chance to really use it. And sometimes it can be really bad too. You know, if you get it from some other random effect, like the cornucopia I was saying was kind of funny. I think I saw that even happen to somebody. Is the block meter really gonna Really gonna do this to me and cause me to lose somehow? Are you serious? Like, the fact that it's even that close is a fucking disgrace because of the stupid ass block meter. Imagine if I actually lose now. There was no... Okay, this is interesting how he's getting so much value from that, but you should be dead. And I don't understand how you couldn't be, but that is extremely frustrating. But that's a pretty underwhelming deck for a rank 37, which you would think is a try-hard clown type player, right? Like, how could you possibly get that far with it? Maybe I'm underestimating how far even I could get if I just kind of played more. Okay, hang on. Let me actually look at this. Like, I forgot what I even put myself. Okay, so this one says, like, I do A, B, C, D, E. So A is Among Us, B is Town of Salem, C is chess variants, D is a mod or a fan game, E is a web or a flash game, and then F is a roleplay writing / debate. So that's the one section of it. And then the other one is going to be, let's see. This one is going to be the unfinished hard mode. So A is Doom Nightmare, B is Dark Souls 2, C is PvZ hard mode, D is Paper Mario Pro mode, E is The Last of Us Grounded Permadeath, and then F is actually Ark, even though that's the one we obviously had just failed. I don't know why it's so hard to actually find that. So, and again, some of those I'll just do on a whim myself, right? Even if nobody votes or whatever, but it's just to kind of give a context to what I'm sort of thinking about doing anyway. Right, like how I don't know if did I put that for Wednesday? I might have had one for Wednesday too. When it was just a whatever Wednesday where I do sort of random things, but I just kind of come up with it on the fly, like just the day before, right then, I'll just say fuck it. Which can sometimes screw me over because then it'll be like, you know, it'll be a case where I don't realize that the game is offline, or it'll be I don't realize that nobody's actually playing and it's dead, or it's like, wait, oh shit, what is with these matchups? It'll be where it takes way longer to download than I thought, or they're doing an update right when I go to try to play it, or all these kind of considerations that could be, you know, something about it just doesn't work, or it's on the wrong console for something. So actual rank 50, is this going to be the first rank 50 that we beat? Which I pretty sure I haven't. Or maybe it was like some friend duel that, well, I haven't been matched up against one on the ladder, I wouldn't think. Right, this matchmaking is more fucked up than I would have thought. Or are we really starting to just see bots that are all at variable levels? But even if they were, you would think they would give them getting mana screwed in a way that just doesn't make sense. You get a simple trade there, but you'll see how it 100% comes down to just the nature of the deck. Because, you know, it's not going to be a difference in level of play or whatever I choose to do. They're just going to have way too much good shit, as they should, and I can't even complain that, oh, rank 50 has such a good deck, but you know what I mean? Like, what am I really supposed to do about it? And the answer is I could play maybe super aggressively and just try to win. You might think, oh, I should try to get rid of that, but then they'll just summon another million things. Like, I'd be better off just ignoring it. That's okay. So now I try to get at them in the water, and the reason why that could be good is because of the simple fact that maybe they won't be able to deal with that for a while, so it makes them kind of nervous, and just my confidence to ignore what they're doing. But of course what I'm going to do is use my removal on it, so let them get it as good as they can. Why would you even have that card? Like, there's the one for 4 that actually summons the one with team up, but I'm so confused. This makes it seem like, yeah, anybody could get to... I'm trying to play it almost more aggro because I am sort of intimidated by them. Anybody could get to rank 50 if this guy is, but clearly he's going to have a lot of better shit later. But he doesn't realize that I'm deliberately ignoring his thing just to, you know, either go face or... Freeze all Gravestone's okay. And these are kind of like meta cards probably, right? Like, everybody has this in there just to counter certain plays that you expect your opponent to make. But it's not like the play I just made is even that play, because I don't like how when they get frozen, but then they don't show it when they're getting hit. Like, they look like they unfreeze and then they get killed before they get a chance to attack. They should make that animation more conspicuous. Not that they even give a shit or you know, have any intention to do anything with this game. So they're pretty low, but I find this very unlikely that I'm actually going to be able to survive here. If I do this, you'll make a 1/1 plant somewhere that I don't want to make it. Like, I could put it in the very same lane that we're doing here. And then I would still have enough mana to be able to kill the 6/8, which is very important to do now. Right, I don't think they could really do much to save it. Like, they'll give it untrickable somehow. And they're even like a try-hard pay-to-win Beta-Carrotina, right? Because that's one that you have to pay money for. Or you have to, like, buy 1,000,000 packs or something for it. You'll still be able to trade in their potential. Okay, okay, dude. Okay. Now, wait a second, though. No, it is only for that turn. I was going to say. Like, what? Why not just, oh, they lose them permanently. So I can play everything here still, but I'm still going to basically die. But they're super low, too, so I can't be too... What's probably going to happen is... Oh, my God. It wasn't actually that out of reach, though. Like, they... Like, I'm totally burnt out my hand, so that shows you the difference right there in just the sheer... That is so fucking stupid, bro. Like, should you really feel good about that win? Like, you got to 5 health against a fucking rank 17 or something. Right? It's not even within the realm of reality. You're on level 8. Oh, no, I can't do that. Why are we getting these kind of matchups, dude? Try green shadow. Like, that was a pretty good showing considering. Like, how much better could I have really done? Get him like 1 HP, then he gets saved by the block meter or some shit. I really haven't seen the 3-peater shine in a while. It's been sort of, you know, just overshadowed by the dragon fruit, or we just never get the chance to actually use it too effectively. That was really dumb, dude. But that shows you, maybe with the decks that I have, and clearly the skill that I have, I could get to, you know, as far as I want if I just played enough and if I just remove the rule. But I'll at least wait till Bad Moon Rising. For whatever reason, I want that to be the checkpoint, but I don't know. It's not like I want to end the series, but I just don't know what to do with it entirely. Right, I really had such a casual expectation for it. Like, oh, I'll just go and just unlock the heroes real quick, like within a couple episodes, and then just do like a permanent gauntlet with all the heroes, like 1 game per each, or try to get to rank 50 within that context. Right, where I get the 1 life kind of condition, but that could be very hard to still do. We should freeze this, honestly, because... No, wait. No, that's fine. Oh, fuck, We won't die because we don't get damaged by it, but I should have played that, obviously. There's always this temptation, like, you'll make a play and then you'll just end your turn, but whatever you just did, you know, you can't forget that that could change your whole thing. Right, it'll change your whole, I kind of wouldn't mind... What was I thinking about doing? I could buff this guy in such a way that he won't die to that, which might actually be worth it, but again, it is one of those overcommit plays, but he has 0 mana, so there's nothing you can do. I feel like there's been a bug where sometimes you get like a superpower card that costs like 1 or 2 or whatever, right? But then you get to just do it immediately, even when you have 0. Right, it'll sometimes just let you do it in that animation. And I guess I have video evidence to prove it too, because obviously I always stream every episode anyway. Okay, here we could buff that thing further if I really want to. I've had this bad habit though of like letting everything roam free, where like I'll leave one thing for the whole game and just ignore it, but it'll come back to bite me. But it's kind of worth it too, because you're trying to obviously get as much damage as you can and kind of try to rush them down. This guy's only rank 22, I guess, so it's not too bad. Right, we'll have more trouble against him than we did against rank 50. And it's not like the Smash was even that great in my collection, or he's got a couple legendaries, but it's not like a super cohesive, amazing deck either. Right, so it's not like that should be a standout. That's, oh, you're gonna... I could understand maybe even with Captain Combustible's playstyle or something, where if you just... I could just ignore it, but I don't really know about this. He's leaving a 7 attack minion there, but obviously you're gonna get the block meter to save you, or maybe you won't. Oh shit. That was kind of lucky in a way, but you're still gonna get it now. And I'm just letting myself get a little bit too low. Yeah, like so many of these lower rated players have better decks than what that rank 50 seemed to have. Or maybe just the way I played so cocksure aggressive made it seem like their deck was worse because they had to play it in kind of suboptimal ways. And of course I never get the guy actually out here. You know, the best place to play this would always be on the furthest left side, but it's just not always the easiest thing to do. You could bounce something, or you could try to hope that this would kill enough to where you would survive. Or it'd be cool if this effect really took that into account. Like, this one goes to the other side. Like, it resets and goes the other way. So it's to the right, but the next space to the right is technically this one. But that's not how it works, obviously. I'm technically still not dead, but if you just look at the sheer size of their hand, I don't really think I have much of a chance here. But how did that bro get to rank 50, man? Or even this alone would still win you the game. As much as I make fun of that card and sometimes question why I even have it in there, it just won me a game that I had zero business actually winning. Right, no other card or interaction in the game besides that, in that situation with such an empty board, would have possibly won me the game. So that was extremely clutch, actually. Okay, let's see, rank 15 over here, but it can be very deceptive. That's actually a beautiful starting hand. I sometimes will play stuff on the ramp just for the sake of it, and then I end up regretting it because of this. I mean, this is like the only effect that I have in there that rewards me for that. So we'll wait there. There is something fascinating about this game's whole design, though, because it's not the kind of style that I would normally like. Never mind even the casual vibe behind it. The whole auto battler thing where you don't get to choose what to attack, I typically find that pretty unfun. It most notably in Hearthstone, I really don't like that Battlegrounds mode. But I guess this gives you a more sense of permanence because you're actually doing it with proper decks. And even Marvel Snap, the fact that it's limited to 6 turns only was such a dumb design decision. Like, this is a casual, quicker kind of phone-only game, and even this doesn't limit you in that way. Right? They'll say, oh, it's just part of our choice. It's not meant to make it casual, but imagine if, you know, this game ends in 6 turns no matter what. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why would you make it like that? And why would that be the only kind of core mode, too? Oh, wow. What is going on, dude? Each player draws an extra card each turn. I don't understand. When played, Conjurer Professional. Oh my god. You really consider a paparazzi a professional, dude? They're the scum of the earth. I don't mind this. In fact, I don't even mind the card draw, but you don't really want to leave these things around for too long. What is the animation anyway? I've never paid attention to it that much. He's like spitting candy at you, I guess. And you got like some of the art I haven't maybe fully appreciated. I can't tell if that's like meant to be an apron almost, or like a candy wrapper. I guess it's supposed to be more like that. We can freeze this. We can't do the leafy thing. I I don't want to keep ignoring always what they're doing, but... Oh, you know what? We could do it like this. We could do this, and then we could still freeze it, too. Sometimes the effects that give health are so much more valuable than the ones that give you damage, though, because you're gonna... You know, you're assuming everything's gonna get removed anyway with some hard removal or something, so... You know, gaining attack is sometimes a bit of a fool's gold. But then again, no, the same thing applies to health too if they're using hard removal, but I guess there's not that much harder removal in this game, so it makes sense. You'd rather gain +1 health than +1 attack on a regular basis because it'll make it just so much harder to kill. Whereas with the attack, you can get 1,000,000 attack, but you're not gonna, you know, it's still gonna be easy to trade in, easy to remove. So there's a certain principle here with that. Yeah, I gotta find like another card game that manages to, I don't know, do some of the things this game does, which is surprising that it's even, you know, I never thought I would. There's certain things about it that are just really good. Not the least of which is the presentation, which I'm even surprised to say that given the limited, you know, visual of the screen and stuff. You could say maybe that's part of the reason why, but not really. Like, just how they choose to present it like this is still, you know, more like a, I don't know how to explain it. It feels less like a card game and more like either an RTS game like the actual, you know, like the actual PvZ games or something else altogether. It just feels like a different genre with all this stuff out there. Instead of just showing like, oh, it's a card that you play it on the board, it's an actual zombie that you play onto the garden or an actual plant that you plant in the garden. You see, logically, this one should be in a pot. I'm fact checking the game because if they were on the roof, you need like some sort of soil. And even this is not how zombies work, where they have to be dug into the ground. They could just stand right on top of it. Like, they have that almost backwards. Like, oh, the zombie's in the soil and the plant isn't. Like, what the fuck? You could do the little thing here for the leafy synergy. Seems like I'm pretty much dead. This is fine. This is fine. Plant does a bonus attack. That one's gonna die anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm technically not dead unless you have something crazy here to play. But we almost beat a rank 50 and then we lose to a rank 15. Imagine this. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, this will make the Friday thing at least a little more comfortable. Not that it was that long anyway. It doesn't take me that long to try those 2 mini games. I just kind of find it annoying to have to switch categories like that and stuff. Fuck. And yeah, I tend to just be using the same ones over and over, sort of top heavy at the beginning, right? I'll always play Captain Combustible, then if I lose, then the Smash, then if I lose Green Shadow, and so I don't really get the chance to play too many of these other ones because I don't really like them too much right now, at least. Infinity Super Brains aren't really super exciting for me. Solar Flare I don't really care about. Wall Knight I don't mind, but yeah, I'm just hoping and praying that we get what we've been waiting for a long time. We did the daily quest there. Guess I could do maybe one more here. Let's see. Infinity did get that cowboy, I guess, for us. Like this one, you'd almost want to play as aggro, but then you really can't play as aggro because it's not entirely good enough. Yeah, let's see if we get another like rank 50 matchup or some shit here. First time the queue time's actually long. We've already exhausted every single bot that they have at their disposal. What the fuck, is the game gonna break actually right now? And that shows you that rank 50 must be a tryhard, because even this guy in our friends list, Martin, is always rank 50 like super regularly. So even he's only rank 30 now, so this guy even beat him to it. Well, I guess we won't do another one because the game just doesn't want us to. What the fuck is going on? I was about to end off, then I'm like, okay, let's try one more, but it won't. What the fuck? Or just like everybody's playing as plants, so it's not gonna, or I mean zombies, so it's not gonna let you find a match. Or there should be a format where you can even mix those together. Like, you should be able to play zombie versus zombie and plant versus plant, just as a fun, you know, extra format mode. Like, how would that be inadmissible? I guess a lot of effects would mention that, but you could just change the application. Like, anything that mentions a plant, like deal X damage to a plant, if you're a zombie, it could just be deal X damage to anything, right? What the hell happened? Now it makes you curious. I want to say, like, did we just break the game and we'll never be able to play it again? And now it makes you curious. I want to do one just to see whether it's working or not. Let's see. So Infinity, maybe it just doesn't want me to play as Infinity. Wants me to play as Super Brains. Okay, that must have just been a bug. I had to restart rank 24. But no, we had an exciting matchup where we almost beat a rank 50. And it's almost inexplicable how we could have done that. It's like my collection isn't too bad, but it's still not super coherent or cohesive. Yeah, like, it's just a bunch of random stuff thrown together. But some of that random stuff is good, like double dark matter dragon fruit. Nobody would even believe that that's a no crafting thing, right? Isn't... You see that, even if I saw it in my opponent, I'd always say that, like, oh, this guy's a pay-to-win, try-hard, metagaming clown who's played the game every day since release and spent hundreds of dollars on the game. But even though that clown seems like it would be me in that hypothetical scenario, it's actually not, right? And so the game is giving me some sort of good karmic justice that, oh, you're choosing to do a no crafting run on a first playthrough that you deserve. Now, the armor's not going to save you even there. You deserve to, you know, get rewarded for it. And even in a game with so few cards, it's a double-edged sword that it would be easy to collect them all compared to most games, but it also means that it's that much more impactful what cards you actually do get. Like, you know, for me to get 2 of the same legendary is virtually impossible, I feel like. And they both happen to be obviously so good. I won't even say, like, oh, you know, every legendary is going to be good, of course, but some of them might be more contextual. Like, they require a bit of support to be able to, you know, use it in a combo. So on its own, it might not be that good. Bounce a plant. I guess I could, and everybody loves this card, but again, it's only good if you really... Is that one that I got from the event? No, it was just from a pack, I think. What was the thing I said I thought I had gotten? The Pine Clone. I can't remember if I actually did or not, though. Just from, like, one of the few random packs we've opened, like, ever, because, of course, I never do that. Let's actually just do that, just to be annoying. Not really a very good, efficient play, but... Let me look in the thing after this in my collection. And of course, the bullseye means that even its effect, I like that as a general design choice. The effect of a bullseye zombie also doesn't give you a block meter in addition to the attack, right? So that does have a certain value to it. But again, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but the statting is good too. It's a 1-mana 1/3, so that in itself is pretty good. With all these effects, bullseye, and that, like, it just got, like, way too many effects. Go nuts. Oh shit. We don't see that thing very often. When played on the ground, make hot lava here, which clearly wouldn't bother your own fucking plants. And so we get at least 2 for 1. So that's actually the worst thing you could have played there, though, because you know, that's the worst thing to play it against, is that you're giving me something every time you do damage, so you do extra damage. This guy's static is not very good, but I mean, it's just one of those things that we don't really have too many things for that cost slot. These things almost look like they're dancing to the music. come on. That guy's expression looks so sinister in the back there. Look at him. Look at his face. What the fuck? Or that's one we got from the event card too, because I like how he looks, and I also hate, you know, spells or tricks generally that I try to punish people for using them. But the weirdest thing about him is, guess who you can't use him as? Is Wall Knight himself, even though he's literally holding a walnut. That's got to be one of the most bizarre things to consider. It technically won't kill me if I go here. Right, it'll still have 1 or no, I'm dumb. I should have done that. I guess it doesn't matter though. Right, that thing's gonna trade in before he gets a chance to do that. But yeah, look how nervous he gets. He's trying to hide it, but we see his fear. I want to just like do something where I can just stretch the game out just to see what it looks like. If you put this in full screen, everything would just become kind of more pixelated and blurry though. Right, this is like the proper resolution. So there's nothing more you can really do. Imagine taking a game like this actually seriously though. But I mean, I guess I played it enough to even where you should say that. Okay, we can do the stupid ass thing where we flip everything back. Right, just bounce everything back. I love that as a finisher play. Like, I have a full board and they kind of summon a bunch of stuff to try to match it, to try to survive or something, and then I just flip it back and there's nothing you can do. But of course it is limited to at least on the ground. So what might happen is you might pop the block meter with the chicken and then you'll kill him with this. I would hope that actually does happen. Right. Okay, that's so unlucky, bro. That you get the one tick on the block meter. Internal RNG is the death of a card game, but now internal RNG plus a block meter. Normally internal RNG is like a discover effect, like conjure a thing. Right, something like that is random. But no, this is taking it to another level where the block meter itself has internal RNG, where that had nothing to do with anything. Like, there's nothing I can do. I mean, it's just dumb. I hope I get the block meter, because fuck it, dude. I should have probably still put it there, but when you get hit, it doesn't give you a fixed amount based on the damage you took or something. It gives you wait, since when does that say 0-8? Maybe because it was about to gain the one attack, but that was weird the way it looked. Like, it normally doesn't show anything there if you don't have... Move a zombie gets +1. Or yeah, that Wall Knight would fuck me over. I kind of want to play one this Wall Knight too. Not that I want to keep... Let's just do one, maybe just two. Or I want to see the Pine clone thing. I'm pretty sure I got it from a pack, but I just didn't get a chance to use it. Or I'll always make a point to add them into my deck, even if they're not something I really want. Just because... Oh no, I didn't get it. Why did I feel like I did? Okay, whatever. See you tomorrow.